Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're live here on the Iron Thunder Racing Network as we get set for duel number one, the Holla Duels, live here at Daytona International Speedway. Duel number one set up, ready to go here as the field will roll off the grid. As they roll, get you that information. Raymond Rittenauer on the pole, outside of row number two will be Josh Ball. Or excuse me, outside of row number one. To the inside of row number two, we'll find Josh Kelly. To the outside, I apologize, our logo is not correct on the script. But this is the Iron Thunder Racing League Premier Series. Kelvin Mosier in Justin White fourth. Corey Deal, 5th. 6th will be Kelvin Mosier. 7th, Brian Workman. 8th will be Aaron Carpenteri, who makes his return to the Iron Thunder Racing Network. Nathan Schiffler will start 9th. Matthew Wilsonbach makes his return. He'll start in the 10th spot. 11th will be Dustin Franklin. 12th will be Jace Mosier in the 44 machine. Trying to get that to slide through, and it will not sliding for us, but we will get that out of there. As we're getting set to go here, field about to go green. Raymond Rittenauer, Josh Ball on that front row. Pace car going to duck off to the safety of pit road. The Holla Duel number one to set up for the Lucky Dogs Doggy Daycare 250 next Tuesday night is green. Duel number two will follow. Cars coming to life. Raymond Rittenauer out front with your lead. 33 of Josh Cully tucked in behind that Ford Mustang of Raymond Rittenauer. That CRT, small engine repair Chevrolet, will fall in line in the second spot. We'll take a look now at the 56 of Corey Deal. He'll fall in line in the third spot. Fourth will be Kelvin Mosier. Nathan Schifflet making his return to the Iron Thunder Racing League in that Napa 57 Toyota ride to the 5th spot. Turns 1 and 2 we go. Front of the field starting to get single file. We appreciate you joining in tonight to the Iron Thunder Racing Network. We continue. This will make up inside row for the Lucky Dogs Doggy Daycare 250. It'll kick off season 7 of our Premier Series next Tuesday night, live here from Daytona International Speedway. Let us know in the chat how everybody's doing tonight, where you're watching from, who you're pulling for. Top 3 remains the same as they head down the back straightaway. Rittenauer, Cully, and Deal. Matt Cherry in the 4th spot. Josh Ball. We'll have a top 5 run going here. Lap 3 of 40 on the books. 38 laps remain as we continue here at Daytona International Speedway. Single file nose to tail, top 3 with a 3-car length advantage over the 5 of Cherry. 7 of Nathan Schifflet. Around the 5 of Matt Cherry as he tries to get something with Josh Ball. going on that outside lane into Justin White as well. They're trying to reel in the top three. Justin White about a car length and a half, make it a half a car length now. Back off the 88 of ball, he'll close in quick. Cherry trying to bring three with him. We see League Commissioner Sawyer Ott at 35. He'll step out of line. Ott right now right into that ninth spot. On the move now is the 57 of Shiflett. He'll take his Napa Chevrolet around the 56 of Deal. He'll now work to the outside of the 33 of Cully. He'll bring Josh Ball along with. Now the 57 of Shiflett gets turned. Tough break there for Shiflett as he got turned. Yellow flag out on the speedway. Other cars involved. Josh Ball involved as well. Matt Cherry involved. And we'll go back and take a look. Two of Justin White involved. Take it back just a little bit. Deal may have got a piece of that as well. Take a look at the heavy damage on the Justin White, or excuse me, on the 57 of Shiflett.
Car, come on.
Rittenauer all coming on pit road. He'll bring the field down. It's like everybody on pit road right now, with the exception of Dustin Franklin and Nathan Shiflett as he made his way off of pit lane. '87 Rittenauer off of pit road. Rittenauer with a 5.4, 5.2 for Josh Cully. 5.2 second stop. Justin White. And from the admin channel, sounds like the 35 machine hit with a penalty. Lap 7 on the board here. It'll be 8 this time by. Josh Cully going to head back down pit road. Duel number 1 is 8 laps in the book so far.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back in the air. Duel number 1 back under racing conditions. 34 of Sean Bounty had a good run last night in our Rush Series. Podium finished for the 34 in his debut back after some health issues, and hopefully those will be straightened out and he'll have answers soon. But Sean Bounty right now credited with your lead as they work down the back straightaway, coming to put 10 laps on the board. This time by, Sean Bounty will go to the point. He'll deposit himself down in front at 87 of the written hour. Top 2 going to break away just a little bit over the 7 of Aaron Carpenteri. Top 2 single file. It'll be 2 by 2 nose to tail. Carpenteri, White, and Welzenbach round out the top 5. All just following Welzenbach back there playing musical positions as Carpenteri makes a move on the outside. And we'll see the 7 get the back bumper of the 34 of Sean Bounty. Oh, Carpenteri made a move to the bottom of the speedway. Justin White thinking about going with, and he will stay on that outside. Right now, top lane being the dominant lane so far in this green flag stint. Bounty, Justin White, Kelvin Mosier up there in the 43 machine. '31 of Welzenbach will lead that inside lane. 87 of written hour locked into the pole position. Next Tuesday night, Sean Bounty still leading this one. Duel number 2 going to follow just as soon as this one's over. We'll load into duel number 2. Welzenbach getting a good push from the 7 of Aaron Carpenteri. Welzenbach back to the lead here in the Iron Thunder Racing League. Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series. Now his help, the 7 of Aaron Carpenteri. He'll move to the outside and charge around that 31 of Welzenbach as they dive off into turn number 1. 13 laps on the board, 28 laps remain here at Daytona International Speedway. The Holla Duels Fort Worth Screen Printing Iron Thunder Racing League Premier Series. Duel number 1. 28 laps to go to set up the inside row for next Tuesday's Lucky Dogs Doggy Daycare 250 live here on the Iron Thunder Racing Network from Daytona International Speedway. We'll kick off season 7 of the Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series here in the Iron Thunder Racing League. Raymond Rittenauer goes to the bottom. You'll pull in behind Wells and Bach. 2 by 2. Just about all the way through the field. Brian Workman, the lone car, not in contact with this lead pack. He'll be 1 lap down as Josh Ball takes it 3 wide. He'll be the meat and the sandwich of a Mosier and Schroen. And they'll continue 3 wide as they exit turn number 4. Head through the tri-oval here at Daytona International Speedway. Wells and Bach battling the 34, Sean Bounty for that lead. Right now it's all Sean Bounty. Justin White's made his way out of that sandwich. He'll pull up behind the 2 of White, or excuse me, Josh Ball will pull up behind the 2 of Justin White. Laps ticking away, 26 to go as the field works their way into turn number 3. Bounty and White on that outside lane, trying to get their stuff together to make a charge to the inside on Wells and Bach. Raymond Rittenauer scored in that 3rd spot. 2nd car in line on the bottom. It'll be the 7 Cosmic Motorsports machine of Aaron Carpentieri. As the 2 of White will step out of line, making some contact with an outside retaining wall. He'll go all the way to the back of this lead pack. White from will continue for the lead all the way back to the 18th spot. Wells and Bach, Rittenauer, Carpentieri, top 3. They'll break away by half a car length over Sean Bounty, who continues to try to make something work on the outside with Josh Ball. And a 43 of Kelvin Mosier. Chase Mosier in that 44, right behind father as they run nose to tail on that outside lane. You're not seeing double, ladies and gentlemen. 2 Sam O'Malley's paint scheme running here in duel number 1 for the Mosiers. 24 laps remain. I want to welcome back the Josh Cully Fan Club. Taco Tuesday Night Thunder. Glad to see the Josh Cully Fan Club back in the house. Cully right now hanging on to a top 10 in the 9th spot. Josh Ball in the 2. Excuse me, the 34. Sean Bounty will nose out ahead here in turns 1 and 2. Bounty will go back to the lead momentarily. Can he make it official and lead the field back across the line for lap 19? A good look at the 31 of Matthew Walzenbach. Sean Bounty got that machine out front with help from Josh Ball. We'll see double deuces this time around. And it'll be 22 laps remaining, 19 laps on the board. 40 total laps here in duel number 1. Duel number 2. Going to follow up right after this. If you're tuned in, make sure you are watching duel number 2 as well, as we'll make up the outside row for the Lucky Dogs Doggy Daycare 250 next Tuesday night. 44, Jason Mosier. He'll choose to go to the bottom line in front of the 31 of Welsenbach. Moving right along, 21 laps here. It'll be a top 10 rundown. as we run right now to Sean Bounty, Josh Ball, Kelvin Mosier, Josh Kelly up to the 4 spot, Sawyer Ott 5th, Ryan Peplinski, Justin White, Jason Mosier, Matthew Welsenbach, and Alex Little round out the top 10. Lead Commissioner Sawyer Ott making his face known up into the top 5 right now. Ott in the 4th spot as he works down. Take a look at the Fort Worth Screen Printing Chevrolet. He'll be the 4th car in line on the top of the speedway. Alex Little in that 16 Ford Mustang leading the charge on the bottom. He'll have help from the 33 of Josh Kelly in that CRT Small Engine Repair, Wilson Farm, Strutmasters.com Chevrolet. Continuing to lead out front and to hold that lead is the 34 of Sean Bounty. With help from the 88 of Josh Ball, they break away. Now Ball will drop down to pop himself in front of the 16 of Little. And he will contest for the lead, but the 34 of Bounty, he's going to go with, and he'll drop down and catch the bottom lane. That'll leave Kelvin Mosier, Sawyer Ott, Justin White leading the charge on the top side. They're about 4 or 5 car lengths back off your leader, Sean Bounty. Teammates of the CRT Small Engine Repair Chevrolets moving to the top side. And right goes your top 2 as well. Peplinski, Cully, they'll move to the bottom. Big steam down the back straightaway. Cully looking for the lead into turn number 3. Cully edges out. He'll nose out in front. He'll get a car length out in front now of Sean Bounty. He'll have help from teammate Ryan Peplinski, the 35 of Sawyer Ott. And Cully goes to the top side. He'll jump up in front of the 34 as the top lane had the charge. And teammates are going to control the front of this field. Ryan Peplinski, 33 of Josh Cully. Peplinski noses out ahead. Down the back straightaway, 18 to go. Ryan Peplinski, Josh Cully, Sawyer Ott, Sean Bounty, Alex Little, your top 5. These two played it perfectly. Ryan Peplinski, Josh Cully. Sawyer Ott tries to jump up in front of that 33, door almost closed, but he'll take that momentum and go to the lead. Now he's in the middle. 3 wide as we come through the tribal. Sawyer Ott stuck out in no man's land. Sip and Shine Racing put the 35 of Sawyer Ott in no man's land as he'll drop back. Ott gonna lose wholesale positions as he'll find his way back to the outside lane. Here comes Sean Bounty, Josh Ball. They're gonna make a move to the inside. Bounty back to the lead. Broke up Sip and Shine Racing's reign at the front of this field, and Sean Bounty resumes his spot at the front of the field with 16 laps to go. Action all over the speedway as we make it down the back straightaway with 16 to go. Josh Cully trying to make something happen on the outside. He'll be by himself. See the 24, David Jedlicka. We haven't mentioned his name tonight. He makes his way up into the front of the field. Jedlicka scored in the 8th spot. Make it 7th now. Front of the field going single file for the moment. Sawyer Ott try to make something happen in the outside lane. Raymond Rittenauer going to be back there along with Alex Little in the 16. Right now, the front of the field, the top 7 cars, all single file. Brendan the King Klooster, who's tuning in, he'll be geared up for duel number 2 coming up in about 14 laps. We'll make the transition over to duel number 2 to set up the outside road for next Tuesday night's Daytona 250 presented by Lucky Dogs Doggy Daycare. Sean Bounty, your leader, Josh Ball, Ryan Peplinski, Matthew Welsenbach. Josh Cully the top 5. Is Cully going to jump up to the outside now? He'll have Otten Rittenauer for help. One car going to peel off and enter pit road. Matthew Welsenbach.
Caution, yellow flag.
And a 31, yellow flag is out. Caution on the speedway. Look at possible action there with Jace Mosier. Back it up and see what happened with the looks like the 2 of Justin White was involved. Replay coming to you here. They exit turn number 4. Mosier's car already with damage as he gets up into the wall. Nowhere to go for the 74 Workman or the 2 of Justin White. And that'll be 2 destroyed race cars. Welsenbach on pit road when the caution flag came out was able to make his service and return back to the field. We will check on the speed as soon as we get these drivers back up to full song. 12 laps remain as we are working under caution yellow flag conditions. Lights are on around the speedway. We'll see if we have any takers on pit road. Well, looks like the majority of the field going to come down here. Everybody committed. Sean Bounty will lead them on to pit road. As they filed on the pit road, it was Sean Bounty leading Josh Ball, Ryan Peplinski, Josh Cully, Aaron Carpenter, the top 5. See the quick stop. I'll get it field reset for you as they join the tail end where they join behind the pace car. Appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. As always, Josh Cully Fan Club zooming in tonight from 8 different states. Cully right now scored in that 3rd spot. Matthew Welsenbach shown as your leader. Welsenbach coming down pit road as the caution flag came out for the 44 of Jason Mosier. 74 of Brian Workman, 2 laps down. He should get the wave around. And I take that back. We'll come across the line under yellow flag conditions with 10 laps to go. It is Matthew Welsenbach, your leader. Sean Bounty in that second spot. Josh Cully rides third. Fourth will be Josh Ball in the 88. 87 to Raymond Rittenauer rides in the fifth spot. Ryan Pepolinski in that 37-6. Aaron Carpentieri rides in the seventh spot. Eighth will be Corey Deal. Ninth, Nathan Shiflett in the 57. Your top 10 will be the 24 of David Jedlicka. Alex Rillo rides in the 11th spot in his 16 Hooters machine. Dustin Franklin 12th in the 47. Kelvin Mosier rides 13th in that 43. Sawyer Ott scored in the 14th spot in his 35 machine. Matt Cherry scored in the 15th spot. Adam Strong 16th. 17th will be Jason Mosier. 18th, Justin White. And he'll be scored 3 laps down now. The 74, Brian Workman, 19th, 3 laps down. As the field doubles up behind the pace car, 2 by 2, nose to tail. They work their way down the back straightaway into turns number 3. Lights have been extinguished around the racing surface. 10 laps to set up the inside of our rows for the Daytona 250, presented by Lucky Dogs Doggy Daycare. The Iron Thunder, the Fort Worth screen printing Iron Thunder Racing League Premier Series. Looking for the pace car to pull off. I believe action's going to get a little hot here as the green comes back out. Welsenbach back on the hammer. Bounty back on the hammer. He'll have a familiar face behind in the 88 of Josh Ball. 2 by 2, nose to tail. The field files off into turns 1 and 2. They'll exit turn number 2, head down the back straight away here at Daytona. 9 laps officially left on the board. Welsenbach and Cully nose out ahead of the field. Ryan Pepolinski will be tucked in behind the 33 of Cully. Sean Bounty trying to make something happen on that outside lane. He'll have Ball and Rittenauer. Behind him, Corey Deal, 4th car in line on the top side of the speedway. Aaron Carpentieri, 4th car in line on the bottom. Nathan Shiflett recovering from an early incident from the front of the field. He's driven that machine back to a top 10, running in the 10th spot right now. Let's see if we can show the dashboard on the Welsenbach machine. 189 miles an hour. Let's go to Sean Bounty, 190 into turn number 3. We'll see our driver inputs on the lower right-hand portion of your screen. So we'll get 7 laps to go, 191 miles an hour, 92 miles. 92 top speed there for the 34 Sean Bounty as he entered turn number 1. Bounty now out in front. Josh Ball rides in that second spot. Raymond Rittenauer third. Fourth will be the 56 of Corey Deal, newcomer to the Iron Thunder Racing League Premier Series. Top lane right now showing the muscle as we'll get down to 6 laps remaining. Rittenauer already going to put his Lucky Dogs Doggy Daycare Ford Mustang, his JCOM entry, scheduled to start on the pole for our 250 next Tuesday night. David Jedlicka making his way back to the front. Just ahead of the 47 of Dustin Franklin, who rides in the 7th spot. 3 wide for Sawyer Ott once again.
Caution, yellow flag.
Caution out on the speedway. Oh, got one up on the lid. We'll take a look at the replay. 37 of Ryan Peblinski having trouble. See if we can see exactly what happened to Peblinski. Oh, Shiflett gets involved again, and that'll use up that one quick fix. Third caution of the night here with 5 laps to go. It is Sean Bounty, Josh Ball, Raymond Rittenauer, David Jedlicka, Dustin Franklin inside the top 5. We have some drivers few drivers not locked in, trying to get locked in here tonight. Mosier, Peplinski, Nathan Shiflett. Waiting on an update from Race Control to get you the ones that are on the transfer spot. It'll be definitely between the 37 of Ryan Peplinski, 44 Jace Mosier, 57 of Nathan Shiflett. Whoever can finish in front out of those 3 will make it in. The other 2 will be watching here on the Iron Thunder Racing Network next Tuesday night, 9:05 p.m. Jace Mosier will roll off of pit road. Lights have been extinguished around the racing surface. Field will double up behind the iRacing.com pace car. Sean Bounty, Josh Ball. On the front row to be Raymond Rittenauer, David Jedlicka. Going to make up row number 2. Row number 3, we'll see Dustin Franklin and Sawyer Ott. Row 3, we Josh Kelly, Matthew Wells, and Bach. Row number 4, Corey Deal, Adam Strong, 9. Row 5, Aaron Carpenteri, Alex Little in the 16 on the outside. Little right now scored in the 12th spot. Matt Cherry will ride 13th. Ryan Peplinski rejoins the field in 14th. 15th, Jason Mosier. Kelvin Mosier, Nathan Shiflett off the speedway on pit road. Brian Wortman will rejoin the field. Wortman 2 laps down now. Scored in the 16th spot. But Kelvin Mosier in the 43 and Nathan Shiflett in the 57 have now went down 1 lap as they continue to try to repair their vehicles on pit road. Both drivers have used their quick fix. Definitely the 57 machine had to use that early on. Had a good strong run coming back to the front. Pace car off. Green flag back in the air. overtime here. It'll be regulation overtime. We'll have 2 more attempts after this if we can't get back to the white flag. Sawyer Ott, David Jedlicka hung out to dry in an outside lane as everybody abandons and goes to the bottom. Top 3 will break away. It'll be Bounty, Ball, and Rittenauer. Now David Jedlicka will sniff out some draft off of the 87. He'll close in behind that JCOM machine. Sean Bounty continues to lead down the back straight away. Looking to make it back to the white flag. Oh, already got a car. Yellow flag out. Looked like the 35 of Ott. Oh, Wells and Bach. 16 of Little. Looks like a little, maybe a connection issue on the 35. Did see a blink. Matt Cherry might have got a piece of it. Adam Strong definitely got a piece. Oh, Mosier. Chase Mosier into 43. Looks like he got a piece of it as well. So we'll get another green-white checkered attempt coming. As they currently run, it'll be Sean Bounty, Josh Ball, Raymond Rittenauer, David Jedlicka, Dustin Franklin, your top 5. Matthew Wilsonbach in the 6th spot. 7th is Josh Cully. 8th, Aaron Carpenteri. 9th, Corey Deal, Matt Cherry. Round out your top 10. Waiting on that 1 to go signal. Fourth caution of the night. 11 laps under the yellow flag conditions. Lights out around the speedway. Field will double up. Sean Bounty will go to that outside. The bounty hunter, Sean Bounty, will take the outside. Josh Ball will resume position to the inside. Row number 2, Rittenauer and Jedlicka. Row 3, Dustin Franklin, Matthew Wells and Bach. Josh Cully and Aaron Carpenteri make up row number 4. Deal and Cherry in row number 5. Row number 6, Peplinski and Sawyer Ott. Adam Schroen, Jace Mosier in row 7. Field now going to tighten up on that pace car. Instructions from admin. We're getting ready to light the fire one more time here. Can we make it back to the checkered flag?
Green, green, green.
Green flag drops. Good Sean Bounty going to pull back down in front of the 88. He'll leave the 24, Jed Lika. Up there waiting on Matthew Welsenbach. Top 3 going to break away. Jed Lika to the bottom. He'll drop in the 4th spot behind the 87 of Rittenauer. Dustin Franklin right in the 5th spot. 31 of Welsenbach runs to his outside. 2 laps ago down the back straightaway. Looking for the white flag this time by. The leader takes the white flag. The next flag will end the race. Rittenauer's car steps out just a bit. Josh Ball all over the back end of the 34. They'll jump up to the top to stop the charge from the 31 of Welsenbach. White flag is in the air. 3 wide, Aaron Carpenteri. He'll get around the 87. He'll try to run down the top 2. A wrecking behind. Looks like the 33 of Cully involved. The 5, the 9. And the top 2 have lost contact with each other. Aaron Carpenteri will move into that 2nd spot as they move down the back straightaway. Rittenauer back to 3rd. Welsenbach will drop into that 3rd spot. Carpenteri looks to the outside at a turn number 4. He'll pull alongside the 34, Sean Bounty. Can he get help from the 87 of Rittenauer? Welsenbach going to get to the back bumper, but it will be all too late. Aaron Carpenteri, Ray Rittenauer, David Jedlicka, your top 3. Sean Bounty 4th. Matthew Welsenbach finishes in the 5th spot. Top 3 interviews coming up. We'll make this quick. Aaron Carpenteri, your winner. Let's get him up in the booth. Season 1 Iron Thunder Racing League champion Aaron Carpenteri wins duel number 1. Nathan Shiflett not going to make it in. Getting everybody up in the booth. We'll get the 24 David Jedlicka. Looking for that driver in our Discord. There we go. Let's see if we can get a quick word with Jedlicka right quick. All right, he got the 24 machine up in the booth with him. Big, strong run tonight. Made your way up there when it counted. Got a little hairy at the end, but you were able to bring it home in that 3rd spot. Congratulations.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun tonight. We got forward screen printing on the hood, and it was a fun night. Looking forward to more of this season. On a new team, and we're going to have fun.
All righty, man. Well, we appreciate you taking your time out to race with us, and we look forward to having you back up here to booth and look forward to watching that 24 all season long. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Alrighty, joining me in the booth now, the 87 of Raymond Rittenauer squeezes out a second place finish. But he'll start from the pole next Tuesday night. A little bit calm race for the most part. Got a little hairy toward the end. Was able to get a green-white checker deal. And you were able to find your way through that maze there as everybody started gunning for that top spot with the white flag out.
Yeah, these cars are definitely a blast to drive here now. Like, it's no more single file. Once somebody pulls out and they get runs, it's game on. But yeah, it's a blast out there.
Definitely exciting seeing those runs come and seeing those drivers have to use their head a little bit to make sure if they want to make that move to that outside to block that run. And we've seen some guys get stuck in the middle. But nonetheless, man, we look forward to next Tuesday night and seeing if you can park that 87 Lucky Dogs Doggy Daycare machine in Victory Lane. Good luck, and hopefully we'll be hearing from you next week.
All right, thank you.
All righty, we'll bring up. Going to join me now in the booth, the 7 Cosmic Motorsports Machine Season 1 champion, Aaron Carpenteri. A heck of a way to rejoin the league here, man. Congratulations on a wild finish there.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. Usually these plate tracks, they're not one of my strong suits, so coming in here and putting a win in is definitely a confidence booster going into next week, and hopefully we can carry this momentum.
Definitely glad to see you back here with us, and look forward to seeing you run this season, and good luck to you, and hopefully maybe you can make it back-to-back wins and pick up the 250 next week.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for doing the broadcast.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
All right, you too.
All righty, there goes your top 3 interviews. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to jump over in our next session. Give us just a few minutes as we'll come back live here for duel number 2. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Please stand by.
If you are
Check it out. Practice as it wraps up. Warm up for duel number 2 is complete. It's like Donald Sadusky was fastest, as we'll get the lineup going here for you for duel number 2. Matt Quick scheduled to start on the pole. To his outside will be Roger Diebold. Row number 2, Tristan Ott to the inside. To the outside will be Sam Green. Or row number 3, Brendan Klusterhuis to the inside. To the outside will be John Garrett. Row number 4, Paul Smith, Dave Matson. Row 5, Storm Patterson, Brendan Papatat. Row 6, Zach Kreiser, JT Lauderdale. Row 8, Dan Half, Donald Sadusky. Row 9, Elaine Hughes, Kyle Hall. Row 10, Manon Gregory, Matthew Klusterhuis. Row 11, George Belfons Jr., Matt Jorgensen. As the field getting lined up, waiting on drivers to take the grid. Roger Diebold on pit road. Matt Quick gonna not start from the front. Quick was on the grid. Take a quick break. Need to adjust these camera angles just a bit. We'll see a little behind the scenes action. Quick now finds his way back to the front. Field 2x2 nose to tail behind the iRacing.com pace car. Duel number 2 going to set up the outside row for next week's Daytona 250. Getting ready to see that pace car duck off to the safety of pit road. Pace car off, green flag waves. Roger Diebold in the Dude White Chevrolet, the 88 or 89 of Matthew Quick. Going to bring the field down into turn number 1 of these new next-gen cars. First season we are running with them here in season 7. This is the dual Holla dual race number 2 to set up the outside for next week's 250, presented by Lucky Dogs Doggy Daycare. And if you're tuned in to duel number 2, let us know where you're watching from. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, the bell, and it'll notify you every time we go live here on the Iron Thunder Racing Networks. But it's definitely easy to remember. Monday and Tuesdays at 9:05, the green flag falls. Monday night, our Rush Series. Athens Screen Printing, the sponsor of that series. A feeder division to our Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series, which you see on the track right now. They're working their way out of turn number 2. Down the back straight away here. Your leader with 2 laps on the board. We're going to get ready to put 3 this time by. Roger Diebold, Sam Green, Matt Quick, Tristan Ott, Brendan Papatat, your top 5. John Garrett on the outside looking in. He rides in the 7th spot as he just gave that spot up to Sadusky. They're only outside of Sadusky. He'll have the K&N Filters number 09 of Dave Matson as they try to get something going on that outside lane. 40 laps make up the total distance here. 3 already in the books. 38 to go as we work down the back straightaway. Roger the Bulldozer Debo, still your leader. Sam Green in that Proton Mail 21. Cosmic Motorsports Chevrolet rides in the 2nd spot. Matt Quick will jump out of line. He'll jump up to the top lane in front of the 66 Fort Worth Screen Printing Machine. John Garrett as they'll make their charge to the front of the field. Quick with a big run on the outside. He'll nose out ahead of Roger Debo. Can they keep the momentum going on that outside lane? Debo trying to charge back on the bottom side with help from Sam Green. Right now, not going to be able to do it as they scream down the back straightaway. 66 tried to get both of those drivers down in front of the field and not able to do it. Matt Quick goes back to the front. There's John Garrett in that 66 pushing hard on the outside. A bobble from the 21. The 15 of Ott, Treston Ott, had to make an evasive action. That'll scatter out the back half of the field. Has already had some trouble with a few drivers. Checking up about 2 laps ago. There's a look at Storm Patterson, the Reaper Speed Labs Fort Worth Screen Printing Machine. The 46 of Jorgensen. And that is the 52 of George Belfons Jr. They have lost touch with this lead pack. They're just now halfway down the back straightaway as your leader is in turn 4 now. And that leader is John Garrett. As some swapping has gone and took place while we were checking out the back 3. 6 laps on the board, 35 to go. It's John Garrett, Dave Matson, Brendan Klooster, who's Roger Debo, Matt Quick, your top 5. Sam Green, JT Lauderdale. See that second pack there trying to catch up to the first as they start to pull away. Top 8 breaking away. Kyle Hall tagging the tail of this lead pack. Hall will be trouble in the back of the field. Patterson comes to slow. Let's take a look back. We'll see the 6 already spinning. No caution flag out. Hold the 94 getting a piece of that. They'll be able to get back up to speed. Not after losing a lot of time to your leaders. Speaking of the leaders back on screen. Gonna run single file all the way back to Kyle Hall, that 90 machine who runs in the 8th spot. So the top 8 cars broken away here. Take a look at Kyle Hall, that machine. Over almost 4 seconds back to that second pack. You can barely see them on the screen. Habitat in that 48 leads that second pack. Had 1 step out of line there. The 12 of Paul Smith has his Cosmic Motorsports Chevrolet. riding right now in the 10th spot. 11th, CA Cattle Company 15, Dan Half in the Super Clean 32. John Garrett continues to lead the field. Getting ready to put 10 laps on the board. Will enter double digits this time by. 31 laps to go when they cross the stride. Once again, if you're tuned in, watching us, let us know where you're watching from. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Over on Facebook and our YouTube channels. If you're watching on Facebook, give us a like and head on over to the YouTube, the Iron Thunder Racing Network. Give us a like and a follow there. Subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon to be notified when we go live here on the Iron Thunder Racing Network. The 6 of Storm Patterson is going to go down one lap after his early troubles. Not how he wants to start his Season 7 Premier Series. Unless he can recover, he will be buried deep in the field next Tuesday night. Live here from Daytona International Speedway. It'll be the Lucky Dogs Doggy Daycare 250 to kick off Season 7 of the Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series of the Iron Thunder Racing League. 4 cautions slowed duel number 1. So far, we're 11 laps in. The announcer's curse, knock on wood. 11 laps in here to Holla Holla duel number 2. And we are green so far. Lap 12 going up on the board via John Garrett, Dave Matson, Brendan Kloosterhoos, Roger Debold, Matt Quick, your top 5. Sam Green, JT Lauderdale in the 7th spot. 8th, Kyle Hall. 9th, Brendan Papatant, Treston Ott in the 15, holds on to the top 10. Dan Half in 11th, Matthew Kloosterhoos in 12th. 13th to be Zach Kreiser. 14th, Lane Hughes. Paul Smith, 15th. 16th belongs to Donald Sadusky. Jorgensen, 17th. Storm Patterson, 1 lap down in the 18th spot. George Belfons Jr., 1 lap down in 19th. 1 lap down in the 20th spot is Manon Gregory. Manon Gregory officially out of the race. Scored 1 lap down. We move right along right now. Everybody content to ride single file in the top 8 in this field. We'll look 4.5 seconds back to the 48 of Papatat. There is your second group. They're trying desperately to run down that lead pack as they're working nose to tail. Big push from the CA Cattle Company Mustang GT of Treston Ott on the 48 of Papatat as they try to tighten up the gap. But so far, not making any headway. Almost a 5-second lead for John Garrett over the 48 ninth place runner of Brandon Papatat. And speaking of your leader, John Garrett, in that 66, I want to give a big shout out to him and Fort Worth Screen Printing for sponsoring our Premier Series. If you have any screen printing needs, check them out at FortWorthScreenPrinting.com. They ship all over the United States, possibly even worldwide. But if any questions you have, they'll be glad to answer them. And I've definitely seen some of the work they've done, and they are top-notch quality and capable screen printers. If screen printing is not what you're needing, they also have embroidery and a lot more to choose from. Check them out, FortWorthScreenPrinting.com. 15 laps on the board as they work their way down the back straightaway. It'll be 25 laps to go this time by. John Garrett work his way out of turn number 4 through the tri-oval. here at Daytona International Speedway. 15 down, make it 16 now, 25 to go once again. Duel number 2 so far being a tale of different proportions. Right now, the two that will not make the race as they run, Jorgensen and Belfont Jr. All your go or go home. Right now, they are out. We'll keep you updated on who is out, who is in. Matt Cherry, the broadcast over on Facebook. Looks like he's going to a backup car. Tough break for Cherry. Well, he'll be here next Tuesday night. Loud and proud and strong running in that 5 machine. Good luck to Matt Cherry and the rest of the Premier Series drivers next Tuesday night as we kick it off from Daytona, the Lucky Dogs Doggy Daycare 250. Live here from Daytona National Speedway. Fall at 9:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That 5-second gap from first to the 9th spot of Pampatat has grown to 7 seconds. Struggling, trying to keep up. So far, they're continuing to lose ground. Storm Patterson is still out by his lonesome 2 laps down. Scored in the 19th spot. Belfons Jr. and Jorgensen 1 lap ahead in the 18th and 17th spot respectively. They're still 1 lap off your leader. Double deuces this time by 22 to go. Lap 20 on the board, or lap 19 on the board, excuse me. 22 laps remain. And everybody right now, not much change through the top 10. Matter of fact, not any change at all. As they continue to run single file nose to tail, clicking off lap after lap. Love that sound when they go by the digger can. Here's some fuel talk strategy being spoke across the airwaves in race chat. See how close we are to green flag pit stops. We're halfway this time by as the field gets 20 to go. John Garrett, Dave Matson, Brendan Klooster, who's Roger Debo, Matt Quick, the top 5. Sam Green, JT Lauderbill, Kyle Hall, Brandon Pampatat, Matthew Klooster, who's round out the top 10. Oh, got one stepping out, Roger Debo. He'll move to the outside. He'll have the 21 of Sam Green. In 5 laps of seeing, and as I come out of my mouth, your leader on pit road, JT Lauderdale, Dave Matson, Matt Quick. John Garrett. Let's see what your leader does on pit road. He'll come to a stop. The left side is up. Apologize for the camera switching. He's down and away. More takers on pit road. Lauderdale, Elaine Hughes still on pit road. Roger Debold scored as your leader. We took it down to 18 to go. Caution flag out. And that'll throw a wrench. 12 of Paul Smith might have been involved. We'll see what transpired with the 12 of Paul Smith. Well, the 19 got into the 12, and he got a piece of the 25 of Brendan Kloosterhuis. Well, that'll throw a wrench in those plans. First caution of the night out here in duel number 2. Roger Debold scored as your leader. Sam Green, Kyle Hall, Donald Sadusky scored in the 4th spot. 5th will be Dan Half. Field checking up on the back straightaway as they catch up. To the back end of the pace car. Some review coming up for the admins as those drivers come into pit road. See if those drivers actually were on pit road before pit road was closed for our caution. John Garrett in the 66 will rejoin as your leader. The 48 of Papatat was not across the line before pit road closed. He took service, so therefore he'll serve a penalty. John Garrett in the 66 going to choose the outside for this restart. Lights off. we'll get you how they come out after the caution. John Garrett, Dave Matson. Top 2, Matt Quick, Brendan Klusterhuis, 3 and 4. Daniel Happen, 5th. Donald Sadusky, 6th. 7th will be Sam Green. 8th, Roger Debold, Paul Smith, 9th. 10th will be Brendan Pompatat. 11th, Tresson Kyle Hall, 12th. Zach Kreiser, 13th. 14th, last car on the lead lap, Matthew Klusterhuis. JT Lauderdale, 15th, 1 lap down. 16th, 1 lap down, Elaine Hughes. Matt Jorgensen, 17th, 1 lap down. George Belfons Jr., 1 lap down in the 18th spot. Last car on the racetrack in the 19th spot, 2 laps down. It'll be the 6th of Storm Patterson. 15 to go. Field getting ready to come back to life. As they ride 2x2 nose to tail behind the iRacing.com official pace car. You're watching the Iron Thunder Racing Network live on YouTube and Facebook. Pace car going to get ready to duck off to the safety of pit road. Pace car off.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air. We're underway once again. 14 laps left for John Garrett. Can he hold off a hungry field of 14 competitors right now on the lead lap? Donald Sadusky making his way to the front of this field after getting stuck in that second pack. Trying to get something going with Klusterhuis of Brandon, the King Klusterhuis. Right now, the top 3 going to nudge away. It is Garrett, Matson, and Quick. The top 3 as they break away a car length and a half over the 32 of Dan Half. Only 3 cars on that outside lane. Everybody else single file on the bottom nose to tail. Lucky 13 to go.
The yellow flag is out.
Caution out on the speedway. Trouble for the 90 of Kyle Hall. That car noses in to the infield. Kyle Hall, or excuse me, into the outside wall. Up in front of it's like the 42 machine. Matthew Klusterhuis. See if we can get another shot. Maybe let's look from the blimp. On the back deck lid of the 39 of Kreiser. Right up in front of the 42 of Matthew Klusterhuis. Nowhere to go. Our second caution of the night out on the speedway. John Garrett, still your leader. Followed by Dave Matson, Matt Quick. Roger the Bulldozer, D-Bold, and Dan Half round out your top 5. 12 laps remain. Holla Holla Duel at Daytona Duel number 2 on the speedway. This will set up the outside row for our Lucky Dogs Doggy Daycare 250 next Tuesday night, 9:05 Eastern. The green flag will fall to open up Season 7 of the Premier Series. Fort Worth Screen Printing. Appreciate all they do for the Iron Thunder Racing League as well as the Athens Screen Printing, helping out for our Rush Series. again, if you're in the market for some screen printing, head on over to fwscreen.com. And they can help you out. Since 1997, Fort Worth Screen Printing has provided textile screen printing services to promotional products, distributors, marketing firms, advertising agencies, and end users throughout the United States. They are even sought out by other screen printers to produce more complex and overflow jobs that they may have. They print full color process, simulated process, specialty inks to add value to the final product. State-of-the-art facilities, in-house art staff, whatever your art needs are, they can take care of them, whether it's from concept to final print or cleaning up and repairing art that you already have. They have you covered. We can do the artwork for any products you sell, even the ones we do not produce. Fast turnaround as well at fwscreen.com. They print on your supplied goods or goods that we supplied for you. T-shirts, jackets, bags, caps, aprons, sports shirts, shorts, sweatshirts, and more. Fast turnaround. Production time, most work is 5 to 10 business days from receipt of art and goods. Rush service is available. If you need screen printing, promotional products, check them out at fwscreen.com or give them a call at 817-336-7777. Check them out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and be sure to check out their website as well. We're getting ready to go back green here. Lights are out. Field working their way through the middle of 3 and 4. John Garrett, Dave Matson, Roger Debo, Matt Quick, Sam Green, that top 5. Garrett elected to go to the outside for this restart. Pace car going to dip on out. 10 laps to go.
Green.
We'll come across the stripe, make it 9. And deja vu from duel number 1. As we had the same scenario. What a restart. Cross the line with 9 laps to go. Field now all together. 10 laps to duke it out here. 9 laps to duke it out. Daytona National Speedway, Roger Debo to the front. Off the nose of Sam Green. The 66 of Garrett with help from Dave Matson trying to push ahead and get that 66 Fort Worth Screen Printing Chevrolet to the top spot once again to retain his lead. Roger Debo strong on an outside lane. Taps move back up there. Third car in line. Top 2, top 3. Going to go to the bottom. No room for Papatat, but he'll make his way. He'll bully, or excuse me, not Papatat, the 12 of Paul Smith. Papatat now left on the outside. It'll be the first car on the outside. Paul Smith squeezed his way down in there. And the 66 of John Garrett will get that car out of shape as he'll jump up to the top lane and for the Papatat. 2 Fort Worth Screen Printing cars. Double up on the top lane. They'll lead that top lane. Caution out on the speedway. 15 and 6. Storm Patterson involved. Looks like the 15 of Trestonot involved as well. Let's get a replay. So we can go from the chopper again. Oh, Tresnant tried to make an evasive action, and the 6 of Storm Patterson caught up. Tough break for Storm Patterson. And a 15 of Tresnant. As we're under caution for the 3rd time tonight. With 7 laps to go, field working their way into turn number 4. Roger Diebold, Sam Green, Paul Smith, Dave Matson, John Garrett, the top 5. Across the stripe, it'll be lap 35 on the board, 6 to go before we make up the distance. Duel number 2 to set up the outside row. Rocking and rolling, waiting on the one to go signal. Once again, if you're tuned in, give us a like over on our YouTube page, Facebook as well. If you're not subscribed, make sure you are doing so. Lights out around the racing surface field, working their way down into turn number 3. Roger Diebold to the outside is your leader. Sam Green in the 21. We'll restart to the inside here. Dave Matson outside of row number 2, inside of row number 2, the 12 of Paul Smith. Pace car off.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back in the air. 4 laps to go when they cross the line. Roger Diebold hit the nitrous button. He'll jump out ahead of the rest of the field. A car length over the 21 is Sam Green. Back up to the front nose of that 21. Top 4 broke away. 09 of Dave Matson leading the outside lane. More cars going to join. Others think twice as they move back to the bottom. In turns 3 and 4 now. Roger Debo leads Sam Green, Paul Smith, Matt Quick, and Brendan Papatat. 19 of dollars. He'll shoot to the outside. Papatat goes to the outside. Quick goes to the outside. Paul Smith thought about going to the outside, but couldn't quite get there before the 89 had shut the door. Sadusky goes back to the bottom side. Sadusky right now scored in the 5th spot. He'll pull up, get a big, huge run on the 12 of Paul Smith. Oh, trouble, 42.
Yellow flag is out.
Yellow flag out. Zachary Kreiser involved. Get Matt Jorgensen, George Belfont Jr. Did a replay. We'll see exactly what transpired. The 09, the 42, and the 39 all got a piece of that. See if we can get a little better view from the chopper cam. So 09 and 42 getting together. Looks like an accordion effect. John Garrett able to sneak out of there as he spent most of the night early here up front. We're going to get a green-white checker attempt. Another look at it. Tough break for Kreiser. It's like the 17 of Lauderdale getting a piece of it as well. Nowhere to go. So we should see our first attempt at a green-white checkered. We had 2 attempts, 1 official attempt in duel number 1. And this will be the first official attempt here for duel number 2. Be sure to stick around after the race. Top 3 interviews. We'll interview our 3rd place, 2nd, and 1st place in order from 3rd to 1st. Get the driver's take on the action they saw out on the speedway here tonight in duel number 2. Duel number 2 will make up the starting grid for the outside roads. The Lucky Dogs Doggy Daycare, 250. Scoring showing this is the final lap. Admin's working it over. Looks like a deal with iRacing. Green-white checkered attempt. So officially from scoring, Roger Diebold, your winner. Sam Green and Paul Smith will join him on the podium. Looks like everybody from this one going to make it in. So we'll get Roger Diebold's perspective along with Sam Green and Paul Smith. So Matt Jorgensen and Nathan Shiflett from duel number 1 will get in due to 2 cars not going to be able to show. And everybody from duel 2 will make it in. Let's work on getting those drivers up in the booth. Make sure everybody is in Discord. We'll start with Paul Smith. Sam Green. Make sure Sam Green is in. As we see Roger Diebold. Trying to get Sam Green. Looking for Sam Green on the Discord. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I look twice and I don't see him. We'll start with Paul Smith. Alrighty, welcome back in the booth. The 12 of Paul Smith. He'll bring it home in the 3rd spot. Saw this race break out. 2 separate packs break away and pretty much rode through the most of the race. And then once caution started, they just kept coming.
Yeah, I was in that first caution there. A little mistake on my part, but didn't damage the car really. And once we got lined up again, I lined up with my 2 Cosmic teammates, Roger and Sam, and we just stayed together. We committed to each other and stayed together, and no matter what happened, we weren't going to leave, and it worked out. And with Aaron winning the first duel, that's a Cosmic sweep.
Most definitely, indeed. We saw something happen with iRacing there, or the way the session was set up, which negated that green-white checkered attempt. Do you think you could have got back to the front there and brought home the checker if we would have had that green-white checker?
I was going to stay with my teammates no matter what. We had a plan, and it worked out the restart before that. We were going to let Roger start up at the top and drop down and stay together. And our hope is it would take the outside probably 2 laps to get rolling, and by then we would have crossed our finish line 1, 2, 3 anyway. So we were confident it was going to work again, and we didn't get to try. So, but we will take it.
All righty. Well, I tell you what, man, glad to see you back here, and look forward to kicking off season 7 next Tuesday night. Good luck at the 250, and hopefully we can hear from you again here soon.
Yes, sir, Grissom. Thank you. Thanks for you. Come back too. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Yep.
All righty. We're going to double check one more time for Sam Green. I do not see him in the Discord. If I'm overlooking him, I apologize. If anybody else in Discord can hear me, can move him. But we're going to move on to Roger Diebold. Welcome back, champ, to the booth. Congratulations on picking up duel number 2. That green-white checker didn't come to fruition, but nonetheless, you're back with us here in the booth, winner of duel number 2.
Yes, sir.
I tell you, man, I'm not sure if you had the chance to watch duel number 1, but it was a tale of 2 different races there. And this one started out single file, 2 separate packs rolling on, and seemed like once the cautions came out, as they say, cautions breed cautions, and they definitely did tonight. But you were able to take advantage of the no green-white checker attempts and Parker in victory lane.
Yeah, it was really good getting to work with the new teammates. I switched over to Cosmic this year, so totally different new teammates, new dancing, and it worked out pretty cool. We got a good restart there. Was able to file back in line and lock up 1, 2, 3, and if I'm not mistaken, our 4th teammate in Duel 1 won Duel 1. So it's good to see Cosmic coming out of the gate strong this year, sweeping all the duels. We got first in the first one, and then 1, 2, 3 in the second one. So pretty excited.
I tell you what, Cosmic making a strong statement here for season number 7. Congratulations on the new team, and y'all starting off strong. Definitely going to be a team to watch come next Tuesday night.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate you putting on the broadcast and everything you do for us, and appreciate the admins and Dylan up in the tower. I know we always don't agree, but get a little shout out to him for everything everybody does for this league. And hopefully we'll be able to grow and turn into something real cool. So.
All righty, man. Good luck next week, and look forward to hearing from you here soon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All righty. I do apologize, a little bit out of order, but I'm not sure if I overlooked you, Sam, but just talked to Roger, getting the win, and Cosmic starting off strong here in season 7.
Yeah, I'm proud of Roger. He did a great job. He kept it smooth. That was the plan tonight. Was just to link up at some point. Obviously, it wasn't too hard at the beginning. I started right behind Roger, but we just wanted to link up, and we didn't really care who was where, who ended up leading the pack. However it shook up, we were just gonna stay there, bumper to bumper, not try to make any moves, and Roger happened to be the one up front, so I'm glad for him, and a good start to the season for Cosmic for sure.
I tell you what, 3 of you spoiled it for the rest of them here in duel number 2. Duel number 1, teammate picking up the win. Be a force to be reckoned with come next Tuesday night for the 250.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and great win for Aaron. I think he was commenting before the race, how plate tracks are not really his thing and everything, and then he goes out and does that. So pretty cool for sure. And so we're gonna try to keep carrying this momentum into Daytona and hopefully on to Texas and so on from there. So we'll see how it goes, but yeah, we're definitely going for the team title, and we're gonna pull out all the stops and see how it shakes out.
All righty, man. We appreciate you taking your time to run with us each and every week, and good luck to the team as well as yourself, and look forward to having you back up here in the booth and seeing what Cosmic can do throughout the rest of the year.
Absolutely, and hopefully so. Thanks, man.
No problem. Have a good one. That's going to wrap up duel number 2 here from Daytona International Speedway. We appreciate each and every one of our Iron Thunder Racing League drivers for showing up each and every night and bringing the action. And we can't wait to get back here next Tuesday night and get the season 7 kicked off with the Lucky Dogs Doggy Daycare 250 for the Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series. Congratulations once again to Roger Diebold, Sam Green, Paul Smith, and the whole Cosmic Motorsports crew as they swept Duel 1 and Duel 2 and Part 2 more on the podium. All 4 drivers appeared on the podium tonight. Congratulations to those guys. They'll definitely be the team to look out for as the season unfolds. Appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight. And y'all keep showing up. We'll keep showing out from Daytona National Speedway. Good night, everybody.